Hello, I am Kono Roman Control and welcome to my channel. Due to this bad weather I haven't been able to get out much on the squirrels, but as soon as we had a break I was out in the woods and trying to get back at them again. The squirrels on this mission are very wary, seeing as I've hit them very hard over the last couple of years. I have 15 feeders up around these woods, but the squirrels aren't using them very much. I'm not sure whether this is due to the mild winter and the abundance of natural food, but they don't seem to be that interested in my offerings. I decided to try a new tactic in the middle of February, and after finding some discarded wheat that was left lying around, I collected it up and put it into a position where I knew the squirrels would frequent it. It seems to have paid off. I checked the baited area the night before I was going to shoot, and I saw 3 or 4 squirrels running around, so I was hoping that I'd be able to get some on camera. The next morning I got into position nice and early, about 6:30. I only had to wait for about 25 minutes before the first squirrel showed. Only problem was, he was covered by this log. It was quite frustrating, but I had to wait patiently. The rifle that I'm using is a sub 12 HW 100 in .22 caliber. Finally, after about 15 minutes, my patience paid off. He started to move into a position where I could see him much better. As soon as he presented a shot, I took it. It was instant death, and the movements that it's making are just the nervous system shutting down. This next squirrel just appeared out of nowhere, but before I could get the gun into position, it was off. The second and final squirrel of this session has been sat behind a tree for about 20 minutes out of camera view. I was waiting for a good clear headshot, but every time that it stopped, it was either hidden behind the squirrel's tail, or it was hidden behind one of the twigs that you can see there. Finally, it presented me with a shot. As before, the movements of the squirrel are the nervous system shutting down. After about an hour and a half of being sat in the hide, I decided to call it a day. This is the first squirrel that I shot, taking it with a side-on headshot. As you can see, it's a female. This is the second squirrel, taken with a full frontal headshot. As you can see, the eyes bulging from the power of the pellet. Again, another female. This next session was filmed 2 days after the previous one. I'd been set up for about an hour and a half, and was beginning to think nothing was going to show when this squirrel turned up. As you can see, there are lots of different feeders in this area, so it's a bit of a lottery as to which one the squirrel's going to go for. Unfortunately, the squirrel decided to go for a feeder that was obscured by one of the trees, but as I'm here to do a job and get rid of the squirrels, I couldn't wait and move the camera around. I had to take the shot. This is the third and final session of the video. It was filmed the day after the previous one. As you can see, we are back on the same feeders. Unfortunately, I had set the hide up slightly to the left of where I was yesterday, so I could not get a shot on this squirrel. After playing the waiting game for about 5 minutes, he got down into a position where I could see him clearly. As soon as it offered a shot, I took it. No more than 2 minutes later, squirrel number 2 of the session turns up. It heads straight for the concoction that I've put down. This consists of peanut butter, desiccated coconut, coconut oil and coconut milk. The jury's still out as to whether the squirrels really like it or not, but this one seems to. As soon as the squirrel's in a shootable position and I'm comfortable, I pull the trigger. After about half an hour, I noticed another squirrel feeding just off to the left of me. It doesn't take long and it moves in onto the mix that I've put down. Well, that's number 3 in the bag. Quite a successful session so far. Just as I was about to pack up, I noticed this squirrel running in from the left. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to put the camera on it, but you get the gist. Well, that's it at the end of my session. I spent about an hour and a half out in the woods and got 4 squirrels to show for it. It was odd on this session. This year I've been mainly shooting females, as you can see, that was why. These next 3 are all males. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my video. I'll be back out on the squirrels again soon, and hopefully I'll have some more videos to upload. Please like and subscribe.